both in Pakistan, where Zardari is profoundly unpopular and often mocked, and in Washington, where people are, it is my impression, extremely nervous about Zardari's role as president, and where during this crisis of a month ago, there was the deep feeling that he was something of a Nero fiddling while his country was in danger of burning. Of course we're dealing with Zardari. He's the president of the country. We have no choice. But nevertheless, he is a person who has been cast into an extraordinarily difficult role and doesn't give a whole lot of evidence of readiness for that role.
Yeah.
That's a question. 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 No, now you just don't want to answer this because it's an uncomfortable fact.
What's the answer?
Well, is it not so? How about that for a question?
I've read a lot of things about President Zardari. I've gotten to know him pretty well. I respect him. He's the president of the country. The country is critically important to us. I'm not gonna join choruses which get into internal politics in another country. It's of no value at all. If you care about, you can say that, you're a journalist, and I'm not going to dispute you or agree with you. It's just not productive. Zardari is the president of Pakistan. Gilani is the prime minister, and we keep forgetting that. It's a system where the prime minister has a lot of power. Kayani is the general commanding, and everyone who knows Pakistan, you know it very well, know that the army is a very powerful force unto itself. And the Sharifs run the Punjab. So that's the way the country is now set up. It's a very complicated system. But what I want to focus on is America's national interests. The reason we're talking so much about the internal politics of this country, where we're not talking about the internal politics of other countries, is that every country has its own internal politics, but it rarely matters as much to our country as it does now in Pakistan. So it's a very legitimate issue, but I cannot be in a position of commenting on things that the assessments. I'll leave that to the intelligence agencies. All I want to say, and I want to stress it, is that we, as a nation, on a bipartisan basis, we should be recognizing that to strengthen Pakistan is to help our own national security. A lot of people don't like that because there's so many questions about certain aspects of Pakistan's actions. There have been so many human rights issues under Musharraf particularly, and so many issues about whether they're doing enough to fight the Taliban. All legitimate issues, but we also have to think of our own national security.